That was the Star Destroyer cheese, which basically involves self-damaging yourself with explosive bullets, and using the resultant Star stars to essentially destroy whatever lies below you. These stars deal 225 damage on Master Mode and have 25 armor penetration, making them extremely powerful. Since PvP damage only gives you 2/15 of a second of iframes, much less than any other damage source, you can spam stars at ludicrous speeds, especially compared to the next best, a 1 damage invincibility machine, which can only hit you once every third of a second at best. This was an overpowered strategy for Destroyer, becoming one of its many cheeses, but in the 1.4.4 update, the devs put an end to it by removing explosive bullets' self-damage, so you can't do this anymore. Ouch. So that's done and done, right? Yet another cheese solved? Not quite. You see, while they removed explosive bullet self-damage, which is the best way to proc PvP hits for Star Cloak, they didn't remove Star Cloak's ability to recognize PvP hits in general. So what happens if we just use PvP? I loaded up a multiplayer server and tested. Sure enough, contrary to what the wiki says, PvP hits do count. Alright then, let's weaponize this. This is me, and this is my Destroyer box. This is literally just a box in the sky. Don't expect any fancy optimizations here. I'm using titanium armor for the probe deflecting shards and 3 accessories. The Mana Star Cloak for stars, Stinger Necklace for bees on hit, and Hive Pack to buff those bees, all reforged to warding. I also have a few survivability buffs on. And this is my partner. He's also using titanium armor for probes, and as for his accessories, he has nothing. His only purpose is to attack me, so he doesn't need any. His only armament is an unreforged mini shark, which hits just fast enough to proc my invincibility as fast as possible, while giving him a safe range away from my stars as well. Even though the Destroyer is not optimized here with it not being curled up below or anything, we're still able to deal a respectable 5,000-ish DPS. Not bad for literally 3 accessories, some armor, and a dude with a mediocre pre-hardwood gun. While this might not be as fast as Dynamite Destroyer cheese or anything, do note that this takes almost no setup, no skill, and no effort. Also, it's really fun to watch. Even though this is on Master Multiplayer, where the Destroyer has over 200,000 HP, and none of us are using any other weapons, the Destroyer melted itself away in just 45 seconds of fighting. In addition, to prove a point, I also did a run with the minimal gear possible, just to show that you don't need much of anything for this. I used Molten Armor and Unreforged accessories, while my partner used Molten Armor and still no accessories. As long as probes don't get in the way of your shark or swarm your partner to death, you're golden, regardless of auxiliary gear. So if you can solve that, it's game. Even with this crappy minimal gear set, we still managed to kill it in under 50 seconds. So that's this tactic here. Is this useful or is this not? I don't know. I just hope it doesn't get patched in 1.4.5, considering that for multiplayer, this is pretty powerful. Either way though, if you're part of the 3/4 of my viewers who haven't subscribed, I ask you to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and good day and goodbye.